Tiffany Hayes going head-to-head, face-to-face at half court. Caitlin Clark pulling up from long range. Tiffany Hayes turning around, looking at CC. Caitlin Clark says, let's go. Me and you right now. And as soon as that occurred, Tiffany Hayes couldn't hit a layup.
That moment right there, Caitlin Clark and Tiffany Hayes were nose-to-nose at half court after a logo three. And what happened next tells you everything about why the Indiana Fever just walked out of Golden State with a 90-82 win. Hayes couldn't buy a layup the rest of the night. Veronica Burton went 4 for 12. The entire Golden State Valkyries offense forgot how to play basketball because one player got in their heads.
Caitlin Clark, 22 points, 9 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 stocks. Caitlin Clark through 57 games is more points than Diana Taurasi, more assists than anyone, more threes than anyone, witnessing a legendary run. And so far, Caitlin Clark this season, 3rd in points per game at 23.8, 1st in assists, and 1st in three-pointers.
Let's talk numbers, because the numbers don't lie. Through 57 career games, Caitlin Clark now has more points than Diana Taurasi had at this stage, more assists than anyone in league history at this point, and more threes than any player ever. This season, she's 3rd in points per game at 20.8, 1st in assists, and 1st in threes made. That's not a hot streak, that's a historic pace.
As the Indiana Fever win 90-82, let's get into some highlights, shall we? This is Caitlin Clark from the logo to tie the game up. Look at this. Look at this. Lexi Hill push and pace, drop off to Caitlin from the logo, man. From the damn logo. Look at that. Gets all up in Tiffany Hayes' face.
22 points, 9 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. And she was 1 assist away from a double-double when head coach Stephanie White pulled her off the floor and sat her on the bench. The game wasn't decided yet, but the message was clear. No milestone for you tonight. We'll talk about that decision in a minute because it matters more than people realize.
Love to see all up in Tiffany Hayes' grill. This is a closer, oops, you hate that. This is a closer look. Look at this. Right in Tiffany Hayes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go, me and you. Let's go, me and you. Let's go, me and you. When Caitlin Clark is playing with passion, when she's playing with fire, all that brainwashing that the Indiana Fever tried to do to her doesn't work. Because then she's playing without thinking. She's not overthinking. She's not thinking, oh, what would the coach want? What would my sports psychologist want? She's not thinking. She's just playing ball.
Watch the body language during that exchange. Tiffany Hayes turned around, staring at Caitlin Clark after the logo three, and Clark didn't back down an inch. This is the version of Caitlin Clark that wins games, not the overcoached, hesitant player we've seen in stretches this season, but the one playing on instinct, playing angry, and playing with the competitive fire that made her the most marketable athlete in women's sports.
Players hate Caitlin Clark. This is to end the first half. Janelle Saloon gives her a nice shove in the back, gets a rebound, gives her a little bit of an elbow. Both players were given technicals for this. I don't think either should have received technicals, physical basketball. But this was a physical game. This was a physical game on both sides. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. She didn't back down today. She did not back down today. She set one of the best screens that I've seen an Indiana Fever player set in the 3 years I've been watching this team. Better than any screen AB says. Oops. Boom! Hits Veronica Burton. Boom! Somewhere Chris Tucker's about to run up and say, you just got knocked up. If you know, you know. Caitlin Clark setting a tough screen. A tough.
Now here's where it gets physical. At the end of the first half, Janelle Salon shoved Caitlin Clark in the back while fighting for a rebound, then threw an elbow in for good measure. Both players were hit with technicals fine. But a few possessions later, Clark set one of the cleanest, hardest screens of her career on Veronica Burton. Textbook screen, feet set, shoulders down, and Burton went flying. The referees called it a flagrant foul for setting a legal screen, and then it got worse. Burton went to the line and missed the first free throw, but the Indiana Fever weren't lined up on the floor yet. Instead of simply reshooting that one free throw, the officials awarded Burton 2 additional attempts. That's not basketball, that's incompetence in stripes.